What's happening, everybody? Hope you had a great weekend and a great Sunday. Hope you guys did a lot of fun stuff with the family and friends this weekend. That's what it's all about. Weekends are all about hanging out with friends, family members, having a good time. So hopefully you did that. Starting it off with a new trick shot. So thanks for sending that in. Gonna challenge myself here a little bit because one of my friends challenged themselves today. So I thought that I would take up a challenge that they challenged themselves with and do it for myself. So the challenge is to start getting back to my vlogs, getting back to some dark horse discussions, and talking to you guys and getting more connected with you guys. So I feel like it's been a long time since we've talked. So starting off real quick, I just want to say congrats to the Winnie Still Wildfire. Disc is right here. Woo woo. Winning tonight against the Alley Cats 26-20. Obviously, I'm in Florida. Obviously, I wasn't there. For those that didn't know, my knee is still really messed up, so I stayed down in Florida this weekend. And I'm starting to kind of heal that up. And cut camp starts not this week, but the following week, so I'm really excited about that as well. I'm going to start trying to vlog every day. So what I'm going to need you guys to do is post in the comments below what are some of the dark horse discussions you want to hear this week. And I'll try to talk about them this week. I was listening. What I want to talk about now is I was listening to one of the podcasts. It's actually it's from Texas A&M. It's some of the Dude Perfect guys recommended it, and I like it a lot. So I was listening to that today on my drive out, and the guy was talking about. He was talking about people posting really nasty things about people on Twitter and Facebook and doing all this really not so nice things to people, and then those people ending up really having a lot of issues, whether it's they commit suicide or they're messed up because they're just getting bullied at school or whatever it may be. And he was talking about how he was watching a lot of these cases in the courts and stuff, and how all these kids were, crying and saying that they didn't mean for that to happen, and they're sorry and all this stuff. And he was basically saying how he believed them. He believed them that they didn't mean for that stuff to happen, but that they are held responsible for that. That they are guilty of what they did. And he makes a good point where a lot of us, we do stuff, and we don't want to live in the consequences. We don't want to live in reality of doing something is potentially going to do something else. Something's going to happen, and when that does happen, we go, well, that wasn't our intention. Well, a good way of looking at it is it was your intention because you did the thing in the first place, and you should start thinking about what the consequences are before you do something. And I think that's a good point because we get so wrapped up in living in the now and doing stuff because we feel like it, and we kind of forget that everything we do has consequences, positive and negative. And even though we might be doing something and not doing it for the certain reason, consequences are always going to happen, whether you like it or not. He made a good example saying how one of your buddies gets a girl pregnant, and he goes, well, and your buddy goes, well, I wasn't trying to get her pregnant, and the guy was like, well, were you guys having sex? And obviously he says yes, and he goes, well, there you go. And he makes the funny comparison saying, you take he takes flour and you put it in a bowl, you take eggs, you put it in a bowl, you take sugar, you put it in a bowl, you put milk in there, you stir it all up, and you put it in the oven, and when it comes out, you have a cake, and you go, I didn't want a cake. Well, you did all the things that are going to end up producing that cake. So if you don't want a cake, don't do all those things that produce a cake. And I think that's a good way of seeing it, is to start thinking about what your consequences what's going to happen if you do something. And I think when we start doing that, when we start thinking about it more, we'll really understand whether or not we actually even want to do what we're doing in the first place. So hopefully that helped you guys. I know it's really late, so I'm probably talking all over the place, and it probably didn't make much sense at all. But essentially the point of what I was trying to get is, instead of us doing this whole YOLO vibe and doing stuff, excuse me, let's try to do a better job of, before we do something, think about all the consequences, not just the ones that that's going to happen for you, but all the consequences of what you're about to do. And then ask yourself, is that something that I want to be responsible for? And if it is, go for it. If it's not, don't do it. So hopefully that's good for you guys. I'm going to vlog tomorrow, probably not from the same location. And maybe from the golf course, who knows. But I hope you guys had a great night. I hope you guys have a great Man Up Monday, which is tomorrow. And yeah, just keep staying dark horse, you know? Just live that dark horse life. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Peace, man up.